I would be wrong to say that numbers don't lie. All I'm saying is this, before I get deep into this this debate about iPhone and Galaxy. I have nothing against Apple. First of all, I think Apple led the whole way in the new wave to where it's at now as far as technology, because it gets no better as far as technology than dealing with Apple, from computers to their watches, etc., etc., etc. That's nothing against Apple. Android users, Galaxy, Android period, is just getting better by the day. We all know this. You can only keep technology hidden for so long until the people that's seeking to catch up with you will eventually do. That's why you see a lot of mid-range budget Android phones just as good as the $1,000 phones, the high-end phones. Now you got phones $500 just as good, you know. And perfect example of that is where I'm going with this is the iPhone era compared to the Galaxy era. Is just been so exciting to see, first of all, because we never thought anything would catch up to the sales of the iPhone, which Galaxy, I think the Galaxy 6 outsold the iPhone for the first time ever. And it was an up and down battle since then. But as far as technology, ladies and gentlemen, iPhone is behind. And what they're doing, Apple are marketing geniuses. Like, they know how to, they could market anything and people would buy it because the promotion, and you see it on TV, you would see it in the movies, you would see it in the rap videos, you would see it, you know, your favorite rapper rapping on his iPhone, or they're just smart like that, and to get you to buy it, to say, oh, I saw Kendrick Lamar on the iPhone X, or yeah, the same thing for Android. I saw Rihanna on the Galaxy Note 8, you know. They're smart when it comes to marketing, but at the end of the day, would it be a good idea for them to actually promote but that continues to be up to the buyer? So if you are pro iPhone, you probably would buy an iPhone just to say you have an iPhone. Pretty much, simple and plain. You don't care about specs or anything, but when it's dealing with when it's dealing with people that really care, like me, I'm a tech head, I'm tech savvy, I'm more about specs. If I'm spending anything that's close to $500 or more, I want to know everything about it. I want to know, is this worth it? Okay, so let's get to this. These are some specs from the iPhone 10 and the Galaxy S6. And if you don't believe these specs are real, Google them. Just Google it. Now, as we can see, the iPhone 10 was released last year. X was released, last year. Late, last year. And the S6 was released in 2015. But let's look at the specs. The iPhone X 7.7 meters thick compared to the S6 6.6 meter thick. IP67, IP68. That goes to the S6, which means it's dust and water resistant. The 12 megapixel rear camera is 21 by 60 on the iPhone X, and the 16 megapixel is 2160 on the Galaxy S6. The display is 1125p on the iPhone X, and the display is 1440p on the S6, which means Samsung just is boss with the screens. The AMOLED screens is better than any screen out there, and actually, to tell you the truth, they're making the screens for your iPhone. You can Google that. Samsung is getting paid. Apple pays Samsung to make their screens because they can't beat them. As you can see, they both have the Super AMOLED screens here. They both have 64 gigabytes of storage, which could be expanded by the SD card with the Galaxy. A 6-core computer compared to 8-core computer. 3 gigabytes of RAM in both. This is the S6, by the way. It's not even comparing it to like the 7, 8, or even the Note series because there's no competition. And you look at some of the Wi-Fi connections. NFC only on Apple Pay, and you can do NFC on Android just about any purpose. Wireless charging. And a very big thing to me is a no headphone thing with the iPhone. It's just a way for you to spend more money on Bluetooth, and Galaxy is sticking with it. They still have the headphone jack, and I hope they stick with it, but there's a sense maybe they will try to evolve and do this Bluetooth thing, but don't take it with the jack. You could always, my thing with the no headphone thing, you could always just get some pair of wireless headphones if you choose to do that. Don't force us to do that. But I'm just letting you guys know the iPhone is not more powerful. The specs is not more powerful than a lot of Android phones. You just won't know that unless you Google it. So like this video. This is an eye-opener to a lot of people. And subscribe later.